What is going on, you guys? My name is Rage, and we are back today with Marvel Strike Force's newest blog post. As you guys can see here, really notably now, the two newest characters joining here being Mighty Thor and as well Valkyrie. We can see here they're going to be completing and rounding out the rest of this reworked Asgardians team. It's going to be extremely interesting to see how they're actually going to synergize with the rest of them. And as well, it's really cool that these things are always lining up with the movies that are coming out. So great to see that, as you can see, Jane Foster is actually going to be donning the new helm now as the Mighty Thor. And they're actually going to be built as part of a new war team as well. So do feel free to go ahead, take a look at their kits. They got preemptively a preview here. I don't always like to take this too seriously when I'm analyzing the skills and whatnot, because keep in mind with these blog posts, they are subject to change, as we saw previously with Rogue's abilities. But overall, they're going to be a pretty powerful and offensive war team. So keep that in mind if you guys are planning to build them up. Personally, I don't have too much focus in war, but you can see one of the notable things is that they're going to actually have access to applying trauma. So that's going to be notable, especially when you're trying to make use of those fellow Asgardians that have already been previously built up. That said, again, another new character now joining Mighty Thor as well as Valkyrie. So it's really nice to see that she's actually going to be showing up from the movies here and finally resting out the rest of the Asgardians team here. But more importantly, the rest of the other blog, there's some really big updates here that I want to dive into. So please feel free to go through some of the characters' traits and abilities here. But some of the big notable one is actually the automated features of the game that ideally are going to help us save on quality time, as well as reducing that screen time that we have playing the game day in, day out. So as you can see, starting off with this 6.2 release, there's going to be a new login streak. So keep that in mind to always take advantage of some free materials if we can when we're logging in. As well, there's going to be the opportunity now to auto-complete daily objectives. So commanders level 64 plus, they're going to have it marked automatically as complete, and they can actually get granted the following rewards. So it's nice. It's going to be reduced a little bit. The objectives daily don't really take too much time, as well as the blitzes, but more notably, they do actually finally comment on what's going on with raid sim battles. So you can see here, just reading, available in Doom, Ultimates, and Greek raids on select nodes for commander levels 62 and over. We're going to be able to utilize this new raid sim feature. It is going to be experimental, but hopefully there's not too many issues. You can see here, Doom raids and Ultimates raids will also allow us to sim approximately about 60% of the raids and 80% of the Greek raids. So if you guys are a regular and average player like me, and day in, day out, you're going through the motions, you know that this is going to be notable, because you do spend quite a bit of time attacking the nodes and then actually formulating the attack plan, especially when it's harder. But it's nice because they don't fully automate it, because I do admit some nodes are pretty tricky in the sense that you do need some human control. But taking up 60% of Doom raids as well as 80% of Greek, that is actually going to significantly reduce the time that we play on screen, even if some of it's auto win usually. The nice thing about this is that overall it's going to allow us to focus on other game aspects. That being said, new milestones are also coming out. More notably, they're going to be breaking out by commander level, as you can see here. So I think this is just to correlate with different rewards, energy level, and just having that diversity as you level throughout the game. They also comment here on the Rolling Rebel event. So as you can see, Gambit's raids is well underway here in the conversation. Starting next week here on June 15th, this is going to be a really big event in terms of things are spicing up, right? Temporarily working with your alliance and really trying to synergize and see which team combinations are going to work best. But as you can see, 7-day milestone that runs twice, and with these raids that are temporary for the time being. I think they're also just taking the time to actually gauge interest and see if folks like this, especially since it does take elements from Scourge. But the one thing I don't like about it is that it is a little bit of a different raid type in the sense that there's more RNG involved. And as well, even if you have good teams, the RNG may ultimately be the decider whether or not you complete the raid. So I do like the fact that there's some pretty decent rewards. They also do actually attach the points total here, and now the breakdown of each week and the reward breakdown. So you can see here with the milestones, I do like to see that. But yeah, all adding towards the disco balls, which is going to be contributing towards the month-long event. So that's good stuff. There's also going to be a web milestone here that's noted, so they do comment on that, so make sure you pay attention to that. It's going to be actually based on how often you use both the Uncanny X-Men and as well Unlimited X-Men in War. So again, just paying extra focus in War when you're utilizing these characters and being able to generate those extra points when you can to actually build up that milestones. But not the end of the world if you don't miss it. You naturally just get it by playing anyway, so I don't imagine too many folks will be focused on this just because there's only so many X-Men that we can utilize to attack in the game. And then as well, the next Blitz feature team is going to be actually Power Armor, so take advantage of these guys if you have them built up already. Fortunately, I think a lot of people already have them already maxed out, so most of the characters in the Power Armor are already available and ready to farm, so it's good. If you have the 7 stars, 6 stars, it's going to be a lot easier just to blitz through it really quickly, and so far so good. I haven't actually minded the revised milestones too much, just because, you know, free rewards is free rewards, and honestly speaking, I do feel like right now I am blitzing a lot less than I did, you know, a month ago when we had those old events where it was just continually and non-stop. Something else noted here is actually the return of Morgan Le Fay. So I got pretty excited when I read this, and then I realized that it was more of a money grab and cash grab. So in case of, you guys are very close to unlocking Morgan Le Fay, which honestly speaking, from my experience now, utilizing her for the last couple months, she's hands down the best legendary in the game. But that does go without saying that is she worth the money right now? This is just for them an opportunity to get cash and infuse some revenue, because they really do want to sell her, and as well they know that she's going to be returning to the next event. But in case those of you who are eagerly waiting and just need a couple more shards to actually unlock her, I guess there's going to be offers to come, so stay tuned if you guys are interested. But personally, if I know that this is coming back as another event, I personally would recommend waiting, but it's going to be available for you guys if you're interested, so keep that in mind. There is some quick gear name updates here as well, just in relationship to some of the uniques already in the game. So Tesseract, Os Formula, Extremis, SL2, all getting kind of revitalized with the, I think, shorter name, but as well the energy here now, excuse me, the naming convention sounds a little better for the update, so I do like that. You know, like I do prefer Bloodborne, Nanobots versus Extremis, Superhuman Serum, so forth, right? And what's even more important is finally, actually over a year now, we finally have access to one of the best characters, definitely a top 10 character in the game. Silver Surfer now officially replacing Negasonic, so Negasonic's going straight to the raid store, and now Silver Surfer's going straight to Doom 1-9. So that's really huge. I think a lot of players, especially those starting out free to play, getting access to another potent character that they can utilize early in their experience is absolutely huge. Weekly events, they just break down some of the blitzes that are upcoming, and as well the Jubilee event that's also coming here, and the Gambit raids, as I noted earlier, starting June 15th. So again, the required characters being those limited Diamond, Heart Club, Spade Trait breakdowns, and they did provide that in the previous posting. So hopefully you guys are preparing for that, and hopefully it's not too much a gear crunch. But I know for our alliance, we've really been making some spreadsheets here and there, and really outlining the strengths and weaknesses of each of our respective alliance members, and trying to synergize and see if we can find a way that fits everybody into the jam-packed weeks to come. So there you guys have it, just some events, block party, so forth coming out. So quick blog post update here, but hope you guys enjoyed this quick and brief video. Thank you as always, you guys. Do appreciate you guys, and hope you have a great rest of the weekend. Take care.